Hello and welcome to Miniatures Rundown. Today we're talking about Skaventide.
The Tide of Skaven.
Yes, which is specifically the launch box for Age of Sigmar 4th edition.
Yeah.
Obviously we've known this was coming since, Adepticon.
Yeah.
I mean, since long before that.
Definitely before Adepticon.
Adepticon was when it was confirmed that it was in fact Skaven versus Stormcast.
Yeah.
And now we have the full box reveal at Dallas Open on Thursday last week. So it is Skaventide, and this box is a little different.
It is. It is a strange one. It has some extra stuff in here I was not expecting, but is not unwelcome.
A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. So obviously you've got the requisite miniatures. We've seen all of these already. We'll show them as we talk about them. You got a total of 50 Skaven miniatures. We got the Claw Lord on Gnaw Beast, which is not actually a brood horror.
No, it's not a brood horror.
Well, for Skaven fans, you're like, because that used to be a thing.
Yeah.
Claw Lord on brood horror. This is the reimagining of the Claw Lord on brood horror.
Yeah.
Which, I'm okay.
How is it different? I don't know.
It's not a brood horror. It is more like a wolf rat.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, because brood horrors were basically naked mole rats.
Yeah.
Giant, angry
Yeah,
naked mole rats.
I remember seeing the old ones.
I actually like this better.
Oh yeah, me too.
Than the brood horror. We have a new Grey Seer model, which is a little interesting because the old Grey Seer held up okay.
Yeah, so it did hold up okay, but it was also technically originally on a square base.
Yes.
So it was pretty old.
Yeah,
it's like 10 at least.
And this one is better.
Oh yeah, it is better.
This does continue the fine tradition of Grey Seers needing to surf on things.
Yep. Oh, specifically on a bell.
Yes, because Cowabunga. You've got the Warlock Engineer, which we actually saw this model previewed 3 weeks ago in one of their pre-previews.
Yeah.
It's a sniper rat.
Yep, it's a sniper rat, and he has one of those little like single monocles that look up and over things that pirates have. Look over the horizon.
It's called a telescope.
Monocle that looks up and over things.
Telescope. More importantly, he's got a gun.
He does have a gun.
And of course, he leads the new Warplock Giselles, who these are models that really needed that glow up.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because they were bad. Warplock Giselles are sniper units. We've already seen that they can target enemy heroes. The Rattling Warp Blaster, it's the Rattling gun on wheels.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad they didn't just call it the Rattling gun.
It should have been.
But it is a different thing. It's the Rattling Warp Blaster. The problem is that Warp Blaster makes me think of Nerf.
Yeah, fair. I didn't even think about that.
It's Nerf or nothing. Just
No,
sticking on
that's the next collaboration. They're gonna do a Nerf Warp Blaster.
Can you imagine a Nerf Rattling gun?
And I would buy it.
Yeah, and I would buy it too, yeah. Wait, they're doing the Warhammer LARP stuff for Old World.
Oh, they are? Now hear me out.
GW, that idea is free.
Well, unfortunately, the Skaven are not in Old World. They're in the Legends.
Well, no, but I'm saying the same people could do stuff for Age of Sigmar.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
It's basically the Rattling gun, which was a two-person portable,
like a guy with the gun and a guy holding the ammo,
and a guy cranking in the background while one guy with his gun. Or if you're used to the Vermintide version, they had a version where it was basically heavy weapons rat.
Yeah.
This is bigger, better, and pushed on wheels.
Not quite to the artillery level, but like a step down.
I think it is the War Machine. It does have the War Machine keyword, though.
Oh, really?
I think they teased that.
Okay.
And then finally, the last two, we've got our Clan Rats, which they showed off already, which already, fantastic looking.
Yep.
Clan Rats did not, they were not bad old models, but they weren't great.
I think in plastic, there was only one set of models worse than them, which are the Plague Monks.
Maybe for Skaven.
Yeah, for Skaven.
Okay, yeah. I'm thinking of things like Bestigors.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Well, I think
no, hang on, because there was the old Rat Ogres.
Which, we're about to get to. Anyway, the new Clan Rats are fantastic.
They do look great. They all have their own personality, which is awesome.
The only thing I need to know, and all of the previews have had them have a mix of blades and kind of short spears with shields. It doesn't look like they have weapon options.
Probably not.
I need to know if they do, though, because that informs whether I should... Because I have a bunch of old Clan Rats, and I'm not getting rid of them.
Right.
I need to know.
I don't think they're...
Tell me, baby rat, because I need to know. I also need to know how many of these Rat Ogres I can buy, because...
I really, really hope this is not one of the ones that's like on the sprue with a character, so you have to buy them together. I hope these come out by themselves.
Why would you say that?
Because I wanted to put the curse into the world.
Why would you say that? Don't. Oh. Now, here's what I hope.
Yeah.
That these initial ones are monopose, and then we get multi-part plastic kits later.
That'd be great.
That is what my guess will be. That all of these will be kind of like the Indominus box or the Leviathan box. You get, your set of Terminators who are all monopose, like there's only one version of each, and then later you get the full box where you can swap out the weapons and the poses. That's what I'm hoping with these Rat Ogres. But man, these Rat Ogres look real good.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. As a not a fan of the last Rat Ogres.
The last Rat Ogres, first off, were not even the most recent Rat Ogres.
No,
because there was the Isle of Blood Rat Ogres, which were actually good.
And there's what, 2 in there?
Yeah, yes, yeah, because they only come in groups of 2.
Yeah.
It looks like now they come in groups of 3.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because they were previously units of 2.
Right.
Which is gonna be a problem if you had old ones built like that. And now they changed the unit size. Am I wrong? They were units of 2,
Well,
right?
I mean, 2 came in the box with the molder stuff.
Yeah, it was units of 2. You could run 2 or 4.
Yeah.
And now you can run 3. So that's not great, I guess. But it makes up for it for the models.
Yeah, the models are amazing.
Obviously, Mitch and I are huge Skaven fans, so this is the part we focus on. But we did also get new Stormcast.
Yeah.
There are 24 Stormcasts, so half as many as there are Skaven.
Yeah.
Bias, clearly. We do get the new Lord Vigilant on Griff Stalker. All of the Griffs in this box are suffer from, how there's that meme of never look a bald eagle dead on because it looks like a goober?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all suffer from that.
Yeah, every single picture is directly onto them.
And they all look like dweebs. But if you look at the side, they look really good. I like the Griff Stalker better than the Griff Chargers we have.
I agree.
It's more ragged.
It's less dog with bird head and more griffin.
More, yes, which I am on record as saying I like griffins more than the weird manticore things.
Yeah.
The guy on top, so here's the thing about the guys on top, and this kind of goes for all the Stormcasts we're going to talk about. They really lean into the Stormcast have detail.
Yes.
Do you like painting details?
So they went from every single Stormcast being 90% armor and cloth to less armor and cloth, more trinkets.
Trinkets is a great word for it. It's Space Marine hero levels of trinkets.
Yep.
So you've got the Lord Vigilant on Grimstalker, who's got a big flippin' axe. You've got the Lord Terminus, who is their injection of Grimdark, because he kills Stormcasts who are too far gone.
Yep.
And
basically, they're the executioner of the immortal.
Yes. So kind of like what is the Judiciary?
Yeah, Judiciary.
From 40K. He's also followed around by his Shanghai relative, who reminds him who he is. Lord Veritant, whom we actually have seen already.
Yeah,
but he's always been mounted to this point.
Yes.
I don't like that. They were called Griff Hounds, and now it's called a Griff Crow.
This is a different model. It's a Griff Crow.
It is. It has a wolf's tail instead of a cat tail.
Yeah.
But Griff Crow doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make any no.
It's Bird.
And look, this is my bird.
Who invited Bird? It's Moon the Bird. I also they went real. Is it mean to say they went full weeaboo on this model?
A little bit.
Because he's got the blindfold, the flaming sword, and the flaming torch, and more trinkets than you can shake his flaming stick at. I think he's got 2 different capes there, one shoulder cape and one other shoulder cape.
Yeah, he has 2 separate shoulder capes, and I think also like a trench coat around his waist.
Of course, he's got a trench coat. This is also the 6th Night Quester we've gotten.
Yeah, and this is my least favorite model in this whole box.
Really?
Yep, I don't like it.
I do think he kind of looks like Aragorn let himself go.
Yep.
Or Conan the Barbarian got armored.
Yeah, he looks too barbarian. That's a good way to put it.
So that's a reference.
Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't mean
I know, because Sigmar was originally the Barbarian King.
Sure.
He looks like Sigmar used to be depicted in the old world. Because that's what he looked like when he was human. This kind of bearded dude, almost Conan-like, the really big hammer instead of this guy's got a sword.
So you're telling me that the Dark Oath are on the right track?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They are. What does that mean? Nothing. So here's the real question. Night Questers have never been good.
No.
Ever. Because they're heroes that are specifically good at slaying monsters. Now, I would say perhaps he's good, but spoiler for the faction focus video we'll do, we just saw Yndrasta's horse crawl.
What if this is just Yndrasta without the wings? And half the points. I don't know.
Her wings give her 3d6 on the charge.
Whoops.
Yeah. Hey, maybe this time, 6 times the charge, they'll be good. 6 times the charge, 6 times the charm.
Yeah.
They'll be good.
The charm. Yeah, I just don't like that model. That's my least favorite model.
We've already seen the Reclusians, but Reclusians are basically liberators, but with axes and more detail.
Yeah. Super, like, the elite level of...
They're
fine.
They're edgy grimdark. Their whole thing is that they're almost too far gone, so they follow around by their human ancestors who remind them what they're fighting for. My question is, do you sign up for that job?
I mean...
All right, he's going into Skaven Blight. You're following him. Do I have the armor? No.
But why am I just following?
To remind him what he's fighting for.
What if I die and he has nothing to fight for?
That's a great reminder. Prosecutors are a new version of an old kit. Both the prosecutors and the liberators in this box. Interesting note that there's only 24 Stormcast models in here, but they went wide instead of deep.
Yes.
Because you've got a unit of Reclusians and a unit of prosecutors and a unit of liberators. You've got 3 troop units in here.
Yep.
Now, they all fill different roles. The Reclusians are kind of hard hitters. The prosecutors, who are your winged boys.
Fasties.
Looks like they removed the ability for prosecutors to have hammers. Looks like it's just javelins, unless there's another version that has hammers. If you have old prosecutors, just keep using them. It's fine.
Now, to be fair, the old prosecutors in the first box that they were in didn't have weapon options, and then when they came out, they did.
Right. So but the weapon option they didn't have was hammers.
Yes.
They only had dual hammers. Then they came out with the full kit, which had dual hammers or shield and spear.
So if this is the shield and spear, what if the box comes out with dual hammers?
Or what if the box comes out with no hammers and we've just gone hammer, either, no.
Neither.
I just find it funny. Liberators, we also saw this. I mean, Liberators really did need a glow up.
Yeah.
Even though these are now basically just Vindictors with hammers.
Yeah, basically. Obviously the least exciting part of the box, because it is just a resculpt of something that wasn't actually that long ago when you think about it.
Right. Which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Also kind of funny is what else we get in this box. So we've talked before about how there's the new Spearhead, which seems like, combat patrol, but we learned all our lessons.
Sure. It's more interesting than Combat Patrol, I'll give it.
Yes, it's a shorter, smaller scale version of Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Except, unlike Combat Patrol, which really was just itty-bitty 40k, this one's going even itty-bittier, but also even more streamlined.
Yeah.
So, for example, it's on a kill team or Warcry board, 22 by 30. The objectives are built into the board. It's double-sided. So the objectives are built into it, which I find really interesting. And this is the first launch box in a while that comes with terrain.
Yep. I was mentioning that it was a little strange that it was coming with terrain, but it's basically, by this box, you have everything you need for Spearhead.
Including the terrain, which I found very interesting, because they didn't do that with Combat Patrol. It's just, you still get the box. Of course, it also comes with a full rule book. The terrain is new, because it's kind of wrecked up and ruined versions of the... we saw the Dawnbringer Crusade city terrain.
Yeah.
This is like that, but a little wrecked up, because, Skaven happened.
Whoops.
So, with all this in the box, and especially when you look at the main picture, it really does make it look like an awful lot. How much do we think this box is going to retail?
So, I think around $250. It's not quite as much as what's one of the $300 boxes I'm thinking of?
Ash Wastes.
Ash Wastes. Not quite as much as
Horus Heresy.
Yeah, the Horus Heresy starter. It does have more like cards and books and stuff in it. Has a little terrain in it, but
Leviathan was $250, right?
Leviathan was $250.
See, and that's what I'm thinking. This is going to be a little more than Leviathan.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess it's like $265. I know that seems like nitpicking. I don't think they'll breach the magic 300 number for this.
No, I don't think they will.
Because that would kind of shoot themselves in the foot. As much as there is in this box, and there is a lot.
There's a lot. So I did a teeny amount of math, and I basically took Leviathan and Dominion, and I basically counted the number of $50 boxes, $60 boxes that were inside. This is short one, but has the terrain and an extra book.
And we do know that GW overvalues their terrain.
They do.
Like, a lot.
See our Necromunda videos.
So, I don't know. I really hope it's not too much above 250, because if it is, I mean, I'm still getting one.
I'm still getting it.
But I won't get two.
It is like $400. I won't get it.
I won't get two anyway, because I learned my lesson with Dominion. These will be monopose. Better versions will come out later.
Yep, true.
But everything in here will work monopose, and I am obviously super pumped.
Yeah.
I'm in a bit of a pickle because I like both of these factions.
That's true.
Way too much to give up either of them.
I thought you were leaning more towards the dragon side of Stormcast.
I am, but everything can be a Dragon Stormcast if you have converting skills and believe in yourself.
That's true. Just make everybody a dragonborn.
Oh wait, other kind.
Different dragon. But yeah, whole box is great. I'm definitely picking one up. I kind of whoopsie-doodled myself into getting a Stormcast army, and this will just be more.
Oh right, I forgot about that.
So yeah, I'm into it.
I think that's a GW strategy at this point. Just whoopsie you into getting a Stormcast army, so you feel obligated to keep it.
I mean, it's the same thing as Space Marines, but people actually want to play Space Marines.
Ooh, hey, some people want to play Stormcast too.
Yeah, and they're wrong.
Just the dragon side.
Yeah.
So let us know below if you're also getting one of these, or if you're waiting for a different faction.
1 or 2.
No, or 4.
Or 4.
How many Skaven boxes to make an army?
And it should be noted that in the new list building for Age of Sigmar, there's no real limit to the things that you can take. You can take like 15 rattling guns.
Nothing but rat ogres.
Just rat ogres. Only rat ogres.
And we did hear today that it is there is a Molder detachment, but we'll talk about that later.
We will talk about that later.
See you next time.
Bye.